Shalom, shalom. I want to start this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us his truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I'm Jaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakadam, to you sincere Akim wa Akwath, and a sincere Shalom to you brothers and sisters. I mean Salakia to you brothers, not you sisters. I ain't pushing this truth out in the highways and the byways, but through the YouTube blessings, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, is edifying. So I'm on a walk and talk, so bear with any noise that comes. Also, secondly, I made this lesson yesterday afternoon around like 12 or so. But unfortunately, partway through the lesson, I guess I had a timer go off. I had an alarm go off, so it cut my audio off. So now I know just if a timer or an alarm goes off or a phone call comes through just to check my audio, that's some bullshit. It's like the second time that's happened to me, so, you know. But, they just ran the fuck out that light. Anyway, like I was saying, nigga honking the horn, nigga, I got the right of way to walk, bitch. Shit. Bitch ass nigga honking the horn like I got a speed walk. Nigga, I got the right of way. Fuck, nigga. Ooh, I can't stand niggas honking at me. Bitch, you better fucking wait, bitch. Pussy ass nigga. Salakia. Shit, pissed me off. Nigga, I got the right of way. Fuck, nigga, that's what's wrong with people. Nobody got patience today. That's why I'm going to fuck everybody up. Everybody got it out now. Motherfuckers. Shit. You would think I was jaywalking the way this nigga just honked at me. Bitch ass. Anyway, get back on point. We're finna watch this video and redo this lesson. Lord willing. So here we go. Jake is prophesying suicide, right? Jake is prophesying suicide. And you're about to see why this is entitled this. And after I upload this, I might just delete this one, right? But here we go. Shalom. I'm here with a quick one. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai.
I'm gonna try this. You can.
I'm gonna stay within the confines of the video, within the scriptures that I brought out in the video, so I don't even have to go nowhere. It'll be right here on the video. So,
I want to get into it. It's gonna be a quick one. I'm gonna play this video I saw you on Instagram Reels, so here we go.
You kill my son, I'll kill you. I'm not going to get on TV and cry and call for reconciliation. I'm going to quietly sit back, bury my baby, and then I'm going to figure out how to kill you and your wife, and kill you and your children. Every black parent that have lost a child to the bullets of the enemy in uniform who's supposed to be your protector, you should go kill those enemies. That's your duty as a human being. And if you can't protect your family, you're going to bring a baby in this world, raise them up to a man, child, or a woman, and then you're going to let somebody come and shoot them down like a dog on the street, not only go into court and get off and laugh in your face, but they pay them back pay. And
see, as you can see, when that alarm went off, that's when the video cut. Make sure my look, it did it for me. Look, it almost did it for me too. Look at that. Went back here, you saw the X on the microphone. So that's when the alarm, alarm went off. That's when the video, audio just completely cut out. These phones are fucking retarded. All right. So here we go. So you couldn't even hear. You couldn't hear anything after this, but yeah, you couldn't hear anything after that. So that was it for the audio on that video. I will go to the Instagram Reels to play the rest of it, but you already heard enough as to why I'm saying Jake Is prophesying suicide, right? You already heard enough. So pretty much when I get into the scriptures here, I go to the book of Exodus, and I start at 21:12, and it reads, "He that smiteth a man so that he die shall surely be put to death." All right, so if a man murders someone, because that's what that scripture is going into, murder, not just killing because you have righteous kills, right? But murder. If a man murders somebody, he's supposed to be put to death, right? So that's 100. He's 100% right in accordance to that. Somebody murders your children, yeah, you're supposed to go out there and fuck them up, especially if it's a heathen like Edomites, right? But the thing is, concerning that, is that we're not in our kingdom, so you can't do that, right? Or you're gonna put yourself in a very peculiar situation. And when I say peculiar, I mean like you're gonna get yourself in a situation that you ain't never think you were gonna be in. You're an Israelite and you're under those curses, so it's not wise to try to rebel when the enemy does something to you. Now, at times you're gonna have to defend yourself and your family, absolutely, and you better do it. But like to just straight up be avenging and getting revenge, it's not the time. It's not the time. Trust me, we're gonna do a lot of ass kicking when we get that power. We're gonna do a lot of ass kicking in the kingdom of heaven. It's not the time. So what this Jake is prophesying is suicide. So if you run up and you follow this Jake's advice, 9 times out of 10, you're either going to end up dead, that's the first option, or you're going to end up in prison for a long time, all right? Which this place don't got a long time left, but you're going to get sentenced to a long time. You're going to get sentenced to a long time, right? So, yeah, it's just not the wise thing to do, right? And I scrolled down further in Exodus. So Exodus 21 and verse 23. "And if mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe." So yeah, that's that eye for an eye thing. Yeah, that's a part of our law. But we're not in the time. We're not in those times. We have to obey the laws of the land. We have to obey the laws of the land. Yahushua said that. Says it in Romans 13. So I'm going to grab those two. Shit, since I'm in Matthew 5 already, let me do this. I'm already in Matthew 5. I wasn't going to bring this out, but since I'm here, you might as well. Yahushua said in Matthew 5 and 25, "Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison." Right? And you're Jake, and we're in 2025, going into 2026 here in a couple of months. You're likely going to be put to death before you go get the chance to even go to prison. So, and honestly, it might be the better route. Nobody trying to go to the booty house. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, just saying, Jake, you got to think about this now. Jake in that crash out mindset, but this is prophecy. Jake getting in that lion-like, warrior-like spirit again. And Elder Apostle Tahar just made a lesson on this last night, talking about PSA. The Lord is putting that lion-like spirit back in Jake. You goddamn right, Apostle. You goddamn right, man. 100%. The Lord's putting that spirit back in Jake. Before I grab the other one I was going to grab, let's go to Genesis, the 49th chapter. Let's go there real quick. Genesis 49 and 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. All right? Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? And who gonna rouse up Judah, man? Who gonna rouse up the Israelites? Because this really goes for Judah, but this goes for all the tribes, man. Who gonna rouse us up? All right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai gonna rise our people up. All right? And they're gonna get back into that lion-like, I'm talking about the men, that lion-like, warrior-like spirit. And as Apostle Tahar was going into, you women gonna get the fucking order. ASAP. Hey, brothers, you dealing with your woman? And that she acting fucking rebellious and all that shit? Shit. In that day, no. That shit gonna stop. Right? Because the Lord gonna put that spirit back in Jake and they're gonna tremble. Scripture say in Isaiah 32 and 9, or no. In 11, it says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Right? So yeah, man. So your brothers, you're gonna have to deal with that rebellion coming soon when the Lord put that spirit back on you. Or you're gonna get in line. Quickly. Bitch, if I tell you hold your breath for 30 hours, you better hold your motherfucking breath for 30 hours. Now, obviously, that's absurd and obscene, and I'm not gonna do that. But that's that fear that's gonna be in them, because they gonna motherfucking do it. All right, that's the times we're coming back into where Jake get that power back. The power's back in the hands of Jacob, the men. Right? And it's gonna leave the women. Yeah, man. Jake ain't playing with you people out here. You see the spirit Jake is in. Now, at the end of the day, is he in the correct spirit? Yeah and no, because that's how our law is. So, according to our law, he's correct. But, according to the times they were living in, he's wrong. Can't do that, man. You know, gotta use wisdom. That wouldn't be using wisdom. Right? So, let's go to Romans 13, right? Start at 1. It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers. For there is no power but of the Most High, the powers that are ordained of the Most High. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of the Most High to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of the Most High, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. So there you have it, right? So would it be wise to try to rebel because somebody put your child to death? No. Now, we get it. That should be in your spirit to rebel and take vengeance. That's a part of our law, but you shouldn't do it. Not in this kingdom. I mean, unless you want to be like a kamikaze, you know, act like one of the Arabs. Oh, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Hey, bro, that's what you're doing. You're going into suicide, bitch. Don't do that. That's why I say if you follow Jake's advice right here, hey, man, it's not wise. All right? It's not wise. Just don't do that. Don't take that advice. Get his ass back in the kingdom, okay? Let the Lord deal with it. You know? What was the one that Yahweh Shai? I know it's in Matthew. Obey to Caesar. Type this in. I spell Caesar. I spelled it wrong? Huh. Matthew 22. And nah, this ain't nothing to get for this lesson. So let's go back to the video. Select for that. So you keep playing it. And make sure now. Hold on. I got paranoia. Paranoia. Let's check it. Here we go. Okay. Well, my audio cut no more. Nah. So we was there in Exodus, so we went into that. So now I went to Deuteronomy. So I believe at this point in the lesson, I read verse 25, right? So Deuteronomy 28 and 25, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth that scatter in that diaspora, right? So that's what that's going into right there, you know? And we're going to be smitten, man. Smitten means put to death or struck, hit, right? And that's a part of the curses. At the end of the day, that's a part of the curses, man. Us being smitten, murdered, whatever. This is a part of the curses. Jake doesn't understand that clearly, right? I want to see what I went to next. There's a few, you can hit this 1,000,001 ways in Deuteronomy 28 concerning the curses, right? But here goes another one, verse 41, thou shalt begat sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity, right? You're going to begat sons and daughters, you're going to have offspring, but you're not going to really have a chance to enjoy them because they're going to go into captivity, etc. But a part of that not enjoying them, it doesn't say it here, but a part of that is your children being put to death, them not living, them not fulfilling the years of their life, right? So that's also a part of not being able to enjoy your offspring, right? Let's keep going. I think I went down to like in the 60s also. Let's see. Scroll down, big fella. Where is it? Yeah, verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt give none assurance of thy life, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. All right, so this is all a part of the curses. All right, this is all part of the curses. That's it. All part of the curses. Right, so Jake got to have an understanding on that. Yeah, your children might be put to death. Your wife might die. Right, whatever. It's part of the curses, man. We're not in a time where we could take vengeance, even though you're not in the wrong for wanting to, but you can't do it. Don't do it, man. I mean, you can, but there's going to be consequences that come with that, according to this world, right? And the reason I brought out Romans 13 was the fact that we have to obey the laws of this land as long as it doesn't go against the Lord. Now, of course, there's murder against the Lord and all that, whatnot. Yeah, of course. But like, we're not in the times where we could just take vengeance in our own hands. We're not in them days, so you can't do that. It's just not wise at the end of the day, right? When you go, I went here to Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and 13, and it reads, keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death. And if thou come unto him, make no fault, lest he take away thy life presently. Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares, and that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city. Right? So you got to beware when you come into the man that have the power to kill. And that man that's being spoken of here is talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Because according to Genesis 27, his blessing was the sword. His blessing was the sword. He's that man that have the power to kill. What did King David say in the book of Psalms? He said, Lord, keep me from the secret counsel of the wicked, which is thy sword. I was talking about the Edomites. All right, roughly paraphrasing that scripture in Psalms. So we're not in. So we're not in the time where we can revolt and rebel. We're not there yet. Now, trust me, his time's coming. Esau's time is coming. Go read Ezekiel 35. Go read Jeremiah 49. Go read Obadiah. Esau's time is coming. Don't get it twisted. His time is coming. All right, this guy, he's going to get what he got coming to him. Twofold. But right now, it's not the time to take vengeance. It's just not the wise thing to do. Right? You're likely 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose your fucking life over it. Right? That's why I said Jake is prophesying suicide. Once again, that's what he's doing. So this is the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 19. This is Romans 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. Now, what does the word avenge mean? It means to take revenge, right? To avenge the death of someone, pretty much. Like, when you avenge, you take revenge for somebody else, right? Somebody does something to somebody you know, a loved one, and then if you avenge them, meaning you go on their behalf since they got did dirty, you get back, in a sense, right? You're not supposed to do that, though. Supposed to be patient and wait on the Lord and trust that the Lord gonna bring that great judgment, as he's the king of judgments. Right? Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Right? Give place unto wrath, meaning let that judgment, let it marinate. Right? Let that judgment marinate. You know, don't do nothing. Just let it marinate. Don't avenge yourself quickly. Let that judgment marinate. Because as it continues to marinate, it's going to muster up the Lord's anger more and more. And when he judges that motherfucker, he going to judge that motherfucker. You know? The Lord is long-suffering. Right? And the Lord said he deals with measuring times in the Apocrypha. So let that judgment, let that motherfucker marinate, man. And then when the Lord want to bring that judgment, it's going to be a fucking hell of a show. It's going to be a greater judgment than you ever could have brought to pass on that nigga. I'm telling you. So it says, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Vengeance is the Lord's. So you can't take vengeance yourself, Jake. I get the mindset, man. Trust me, I understand it, man. And that's a part of our laws, man. But you can't do that. That's suicide. This nigga tripping. You gotta use wisdom at some point, nigga. You ain't a god, bitch. You're a mere man. What the fuck are you gonna do? My nigga, you can't step right without fucking twisting your motherfucking ankle, man. These bodies weak as hell. What the hell are you gonna do against all that weaponry Esau got? You better sit your motherfucking ass down and let the Lord deal with that shit. The fuck these niggas think they are? All these niggas, man. You gonna have to go kill. Yeah, nigga, see how the fuck that dumbass shit work out for you. It's fucking retarded, man. Jake is stupid. But like I said, that's the Lord putting that spirit back in our people. Right? The Lord putting his spirit back in them, man. That lion-like, warrior-like spirit back in Jacob. Jake, you gotta use wisdom. Gotta use wisdom. Scriptures say, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Now, ultimately, that was talking to the prophets, you know, the disciples, but that could go for everybody. Right, so, I wonder if I had anything else. But I didn't. All right, so, let's make sure my audio's still on. All right, there you go, it's still on. All right, so, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, all honor, and infinite glory to our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Bahashim Makakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, and until next time, Abba Bal, Kwam Yasharallah, Gadol Abadim, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Maharwa Ahabatham. And until next time, I would like to say to you all, Shalom, Lord willing, this was edifying. Shalom.